will bring you extensive coverage of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration here on Arise News. But ahead of the event on Saturday, let's bring in Olivia Adom, the coordinator of the Nigerian Project, tribute to our troops. Very warm welcome to Newsnight.
Thank you very much.
There isn't any doubt that the Nigerian military, the armed forces of Nigeria, and of course along with other security agencies, deserve not just our accolades, but our support, whether in service or in retirement.
Thank you very much. You really hit the nail on the head. Actually, that is why a group of concerned Nigerians like us, under the umbrella of tribute to our troops, was bettered in the first place. By the time we sit and remind ourselves as Nigerians that we have a few people, a group of brave men and women who have made it their business, you know, to stay awake at night while we sleep in our beds in peace, just to protect the territorial integrity of our country. I think the earlier we begin to respect them and show them that love and show them that give them that show of appreciation, I think the better for us. Dear country, Nigeria may have gone through, have been going through rather a lot in recent times in terms of insecurity and all of that. You and I would agree, you would all agree with me that there is no way business can strive for anyone in these climes if our armed forces are not doing what they are doing. If they are not staying awake, if they are not at the borders protecting the country, if they are not fighting, trying to get rid of the bad guys to ensure our dear country, Nigeria, remains united, remains stable and safe for us all.
Do you get a sense that they are appreciated enough beyond laying of wreaths and, you know, just saying we will do all it takes to support the military and the armed forces? Are we doing enough? And I'm glad you're wearing a Soldier and my Paddy t-shirt, which is really, really nice. You need to actually, you know, display that. Do we appreciate them enough? And when we even talk about appreciation, what do we need to do, whether on the part of government, on the side of the people?
Yeah, thank you very much. Apparently, the truth is this. We must always remember that before these brave men and women took up that responsibility, you know, took that oath of allegiance to, you know, protect this country, first of all, each and every one of them have blood flowing in their veins. They are people's fathers, they are people's sons, they are people's mentors.
Daughters,
of course, yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, they are people's, yes. They are people's daughters and all, you know, people's inspiration. But first of all, we also forget the fact that, that's aside rather, we'll also forget that these same people tend to be the 1% who are brave enough to give up their human rights, if you ask me, all in the name of protecting this country. So if you say the government or the people are doing enough, the answer is absolute no. Let's be realistic.
Where are the gaps?
The gaps, yeah, I know we might have one or two challenges in the area of civil-military cooperation. We have a history as Nigerians who were, you know, in the past we've been ruled by military regimes before democracy. How about us all taking a step back to also remember that these same armed forces, you know, gave room for us. This, you know, we're progressing, right? They gave room for us to enjoy this democracy we see. And this new set of generals are not interested. They are not interested in governance or politics or whatever. Their sole responsibility is, from my interaction with them, they are only interested in protecting the territorial integrity of our country, Nigeria. And whenever they are called to duty, they always come up, you know, to do the right thing, and that is protect our fatherland. Okay, that's great, and we should always continue to appreciate them. So tell me, how do you or your NGO, I love that name, you know, tribute to our troops. How? What kind of tribute? What kind of assistance do you give them? We hear quite a number of them cannot even, you know,
pay for medications, the cheapest of it all, even though the chief of army staff is saying, oh, they are now going to start enjoying NHIS and the rest, which they've not started enjoying. So what kind of support do you give them?
Thank you very much. I don't think it's in my place to say certain things, even though I am privy to certain information. Okay. However, for the sake of clarity, you first of all permit me to thank our present Chief of Defense Staff, General Irabo, and of course the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, and of course I would also want to extend that same gesture by appreciating the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo, and of course the Chief of Air Staff, our very own Air Marshal Isiaka Mao. My good sir, permit me to tell you, permit me to say this.
Within 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Within 2 minutes, yeah. What permit me to say this. The armed forces of Nigeria, yes, might be doing their best. But the truth is, we Nigerians tend to always want to depend on government for everything. Okay. Right? We should always remember that these people are protecting us. Sometimes we're not talking about money. They just simply need thank you. What about the simple thank you? And
courtesy.
And courtesy. You see, I've come across scenarios where you meet a Nigerian who maybe a soldier is trying to correct and said, do you know who I am? I'm going to deal with you and all of that. This is somebody who has stayed in Maiduguri protect. In fact, the day I stepped my feet in the Northeast, my dear, I was shocked. You see a 19-year-old young boy who is also a youth. Yeah. Don't you understand? A 19-year-old boy at the frontiers, at the theaters of operation, and he's there proud of his country, proud of serving his country, and you see him say, oh, look, please, I'm busy now, I can't answer questions. I'm like, okay, that's nice. It simply tells you that these people are dedicated
and patriotic.
And very, very patriotic. First of all, tribute to our troops simply wants to reawaken that patriotic spirit in Nigerians. There are certain things we have lost, we have lost touch with. Yeah. Our young people these days tend to value people from other climes, permit me to say, or the military of other climes, maybe because they watch them in movies and the power of entertainment and all of that.
I get a feeling that you would have loved to be in the military forces. If you, I mean, what's the personal aspect for you?
The personal,
because the passion is amazing, and you wish every Nigerian could be, this passionate about our security forces.
Well, very quickly. No. Seriously, like when I keep talking about these things, I keep going on and on and on. But in all honesty, when you tend to visit them and see the efforts that the Chief of Defense Staff and his service chiefs are doing underground without bringing it to the notice of the media, you would really tend to appreciate them.
What do you want for them? Very quickly, in 30 seconds. What do you want for them? Especially
we simply want many things for our troops. First of all, love. Let's show them love and appreciation. Let's start from there. Okay. Let's start from there.
All right, thanks so very much, Princess Olivia Adom, Coordinator. Tribute to our troops, all in support of the Nigerian Armed Forces, particularly as they celebrate another Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Thanks for coming on News Night.